Namaste, Jai Bharat. One may say it is none of my business what's happening in Pakistan. Correct, it's none of my business. They already left us and we left them to their ruin. But they're right under my nose. One of the mustache hair goes into my nose, irritates, creates disturbance. That's precisely what problems in Pakistan affect us. Disturbance. All kinds of problems can get created in Pakistan. What's happening in Pakistan? Three of the prime ministers are not there. Imran Khan in jail. People say he's been beaten to death. Some says it is not the case naturally. People repeat what they hear and say we heard so. That's news. And the news does not originate from Colombo. It originates from Pakistan only. Either Islamabad or Rawalpindi mostly. Not from Colombo. Not from some other place. Not from Greenland. From there. And certainly not from Delhi. So on the one hand, they say Imran Khan is beaten to death. But the photos what they shown is a lifeless Imran Khan. In the sense, yes, not the vitality is not there in his face, of course. He had been abused. The thing what they did to him, morality doesn't permit me to speak as a Hindu. They can do that, they can speak that, we can't. So it falls way outside of my kind of moral education. I mean, my kind of dharma. Such thing they have done to him repeatedly. So he is null and void. Prime Minister number one. Number two is Nawaz Sharif. He has gone out. And number three, third Prime Minister is this Shehbaz Sharif, Nawaz Sharif's brother. He had gone to Bahrain for some allegedly for treatment, then Qatar, then UK, and then when he is supposed to return, we don't know. The lies, deceit, and lies and deceits. That is the way politics functions. That is European political philosophers say that. Many political philosophers would rather won't subscribe but say that these things happen. I'm just taking the examples of Francis Bacon and Machiavelli, certainly not Chanakya. Chanakya's methods are different. That was for dharma. Dharma rakshati dharma. So, dharma rakshati rakshita. Like ahimsa paramo dharma, dharma himsa tathaivacha. So, our system is different. This thing is happening in Pakistan. Lies, deceits, bluffs, etc., etc., etc. No one can trust anybody, even if he wants. And whether or not a person is trustworthy, there is no way to find out until you hit on your face or below the belt. If you look at the history, the coming of Shehbaz Sharif is through lies, deceits, and propaganda. Actually, in elections, Imran Khan's party wins, but then we find Shehbaz Sharif becoming the Prime Minister. Whatever may be the story behind the curtain, let people speculate. There are certain information also available. That thing we see. Then suddenly, there is this Pahalgam attack. That was deliberate. As I told you, Pakistan has got 4 wings of defense forces. Like all of us, they have army. Like all of us, they have navy. Like all of us, they have air force. But unlike everyone else, they have the terrorist wing of their military defense sector. And how terrorist wing operates, I need not to describe. You can see for yourself and make your own judgment. So these terrorist wings were sent to attack Bharat. We know what happened subsequently, Operation Sindoor, etc. So Asim Munir, the army chief, was very ambitious. He really didn't want to make a military coup and capture power, because there's a problem if he does coup and becomes dictator. He might not get international support. Nobody will support him prima facie. So he will be isolated. Not his nation, but just because he is isolated, nation will be effectively isolated. That risk he doesn't want to take. He wants to rule, but he doesn't want to be a military dictator. He wants to legalize his dictatorship. So first thing, normally what happens, when a general in army, normally the general, when he wins some great things, when he does some great things, he becomes a field marshal. We have two field marshals in our nation, Field Marshal Kariyappa and Field Marshal Sam Manaksha. Kariyappa is a South Indian. Manaksha is a Gujarati, I would say, Parsi, because for me, Parsis are Gujarati. The mother tongue is Gujarati. So, what happened in Pakistan? The chief that time, Asim Munir, told, I think must have even convinced Shahbaz Sharif that they killed, they shot down so many Rafales, etc. Must have told these politicians also. So whatever he says, politician has to believe. Suppose I am the Prime Minister, I would ask the army man, Arey kitna mara? What happens? And this fellow comes and tells, itna mara. We shot down so many. I have to believe him, and they believe him. Then I repeat that foolishly. Whereas objective truth and objective reality is entirely different. Way off. Very way off. So all this drama he made, all these stories he created, and China helped him. China helped him because through their propaganda, because China was ashamed of Pakistan destroying their effective weapons to destruction. They have, whether it is the efficiency of Bharat or the inefficiency of Pakistani military personnel, the Chinese weapons were useless. And China can't take the shame. So they also joined hands in this propaganda that Paris has got this much of destruction story. Of course, in a couple of days it was exposed as big lies. Asim Munir kept this lie alive because he wanted to be a successful military general, something like Napoleon. Or like Harsha of Bharat. Harshavardhan of Bharat. So, Harsha is more than Napoleon in any case. Napoleon lost some wars, Harsha never lost any battle. And he became field marshal. Okay, field marshal, good. But then he is ambitious. He wanted to become a dictator legitimately, that is legally. So he got the constitution amended to give him a post of the boss of all the 3 plus 1. Like we have 2.5 front to fight. The Pakistan has got 3 plus 1 forces. Terrorism is the fourth one. The terrorists are the fourth estate for them. And he wanted to become that chief of defense something. Defense staff is in Bharat. Chief of the 3 forces. And if this really happens, then next moment, lies and deceit, treachery is normal. Next moment, he will either shoot Shahbaz Sharif himself or throw him to jail to rot there like Imran Khan. And some days he will be getting killed. He could get killed. It's not surprising that when in Pakistan a former leader is killed, because their first prime minister was shot dead Until now, Pakistan do not know who did that. Then, Liaquat Ali Khan. Then, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hanged to death officially by the then ruling government. So, this anything can happen. So, next moment, Hasim Munir will get rid of all these people whom he does not want. So, Shehbaz Sharif must have advice from his elder brother Nawaz Sharif. Must have told him, "Bhai, यहाँ से बचो. If you stand by him, it's as good as suicide." So, Shehbaz Sharif, in pretext of unhealth, goes here and there. Actually, 30th of November, the tenure of army chief comes to an end of Asim Munir. I do not know how his field marshal status is functional. Normally, as I understand, field marshal is for life, but it does not have any executive authority. He has no authority. He cannot command. Field marshal can't command. It's a kind of honor given, and I don't know even if they're salaried, but facilities must be given. That details I don't know. But as an army chief, he holds authority, and his chief tenure is over by 30th November. When Asim Munir must asked Shehbaz Sharif, it seems, Shehbaz Sharif said it will be automatically extended. But no extension was given, not possible. Only in rarest of the rare case, maybe there's an extension once a nation has exigencies. So he is now not army chief officially. Shehbaz Sharif is not there in Pakistan. He is elsewhere. So until the Prime Minister signs that order, he is out. He is a retired Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan and Field Marshal. But Field Marshal has no authority, direct authority. He would have had direct authority on all the three forces plus one had he been made the chief of the forces. That he did not sign. Who? Shehbaz Sharif did not sign. He knew if he signs that, he is signing his own death warrant. So he went away. Effectively, Pakistan has no Prime Minister now, no Army Chief now, and this Asim Munir won't be able to gather some support from within. This is again my speculation, because other army generals who are waiting to become chief, and the authority of chief will become subaltern or subservient to Asim Munir if he is made the chief of the three forces. Then their significance is lost. It's an army who is everything. Navy is insignificant. Navy chief is insignificant. Air chief is insignificant. The army chief is everything in Pakistan. And if Asim Munir becomes chief of all the three, practically he is chief of all the three. The army chief is chief of all the three, practically. He is legitimizing it. Then the chief is just nothing. He is only an adjutant, not the commanding officer. And which general, right from their beginning, after getting commissioned, most people must have dreamed of becoming the chief. Their dreams are shattered because of this post which is introduced. So, no general, I am sure, is going to stand with Asim Munir. They are waiting for an opportunity to ditch Asim Munir. Shehbaz Sharif is not coming back to sign. It means Shehbaz Sharif is Prime Minister, Asim Munir is a retired Army General. At the same time, the former Prime Minister of cricketer Imran Khan, his people are moved because of this narrative that is running in Pakistan that he has been beaten to death and abused, belittled, abused, insulted. All that dirty things, debased kind of things they have done to him, just destroying his entire dignity. So his people are out there in the street, and one thing. Then Baluchis are already fighting the Punjabistans. Punjabis. Pathans are fighting Punjabis, and Pathans have soft corner to Imran Khan because he himself is a Pathan. And Afghanistan, Pathans will have soft corner to Pathans of Pakistan. They're basically their people. With all these things, Pakistan has this problem of not having leadership. Over and above, no food to eat. All these years of running away from Bharat to make a different country, nobody has addressed the problems of the common man of Pakistan. Actually, there are no common men in Pakistan. I should withdraw my states. They all are Allah ka bande. And they would say, Inshallah, they will get everything. They believe that everything comes from above. Though, everything he will do. And they have been fooled with such propaganda for so that these people can take them for a ride. The leaders have been taking them for a ride all these years. And nobody had ever taken care of these people. They have good natural resources. Pakistan has survived so far because of this. Now, they don't even get water for cultivation. Potatoes they don't get. They could have good potatoes. Nothing they get. No vegetables they get. They are already eating donkeys, I heard, in the shops. I don't know if any other variety of meat if they eat. I don't understand the difference between different kind of meat eating. I don't eat. I don't understand. So prima facie, it's all are flesh, dead flesh, and put so many things in it and must be cooking and eating. I have no idea. I don't want also. That's fascinating to me. So this kind of situation Pakistan is in. Munir's no statement comes. He's a retired man. I don't know if he puts up puts in his uniform and goes to office every day or not. If he goes, nobody can stop him. He is field marshal, but he cannot sit in the chief's room, chief's office. I don't know if they have an office for field marshal in the army headquarters in Rawalpindi. And of course, he has no authority. He has no authority. He can't sign anything. He can't sign a person's leave application. Field marshal is a decorative and honorary post, which is till death. Other remuneration aspect and facility, other monetary aspect, I don't know this. These people don't need any money support because they already have stolen enough money and dumped in foreign banks. This is the problem situation in Pakistan, and Asim Munir was desperate to make a war with Pakistan to ensure its authority over the people of Pakistan, again through another spurious narratives of hegemony, false consciousness they will create. He will create false consciousness through the propaganda machinery that he had done some great thing and destroyed the Bharat Express story after taking so much of blows from us. So he wanted a war for his existence. He would have been leading to that. Now he can't take initiative if he does not make a military coup d'etat. That would isolate him. But I think after taking all these risks and after planning and plotting, Shahbaz Sharif outsmarted him. Otherwise, Shahbaz Sharif was properly advised by Nawaz Sharif. Because Nawaz Sharif is not a dumb man. Shahbaz Sharif is dumb. He must have told him, his younger brother, if you want to save your skin plus my skin and skin of our relatives who are already placed in some foreign nations, escape from there. So both are not there. All fled. And if Asim Munir accepts retirement and goes to some foreign countries where he already placed his family and children, property, money, everything in bank, if he does not go, he will have to make a coup to continue in Pakistan. Otherwise, he will be killed by Imran's people, supported with Shahbaz Sharif. And Shahbaz Sharif, he has to come back. If he has to come back, then Asim Munir should not be there. Otherwise, he will kill him. I would only say, if it is for me, we would normally say Rakshamam in Sanskrit. Here I would say Ishwaro Rakshate, Pakistan. but they don't believe in Ishwar, they have already abandoned Ishwar. They are gone for some other religion which they got imported from some other place. And they have not lived up to that, they cannot live up to that, that is not in their culture. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.